Aho Shinawana Honata. Aho Shinawana. Hey, Walking Crow, Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. Saying, happy Thursday, happy thankful Thursday. Aho Shinawana Honata. Aho Shinawana. Hey, thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, Great Mother. Thank you, power and the guidance of the medicine wheel and all our relations, all our relations, all our relations, all our relations. Aho mitakoyasin. Aho mitakoyasin. Aho mitakoyasin. I honor our relations at every turn, not only with my words, but with my actions. I used to be a man of inaction and a lot of words. I used to talk. And you see those types out there all the time. And they're still trying to prove to you that they're right and self-righteous. And I don't have the time of day for that. Anyways, oops, I just noticed that I don't have my lower partial in. Oops. So it's an imperfect world, and I'm part of that imperfect world, and that's part of the perfection of the world that I live in. Aho. So a friend of mine from Colorado, her name is Cedar, and we met earlier in the year in South Dakota. And she reminded me of something I say. It's one of my quotes, and it's about the August moon. The moon in August the full moon is called the buck moon. And I always say during the buck moon, the buck stops here. The fuck stops here. So that quote kind of stayed with me. The fuck stops here. And it made me giggle, and she was kind of giggling with it too. Because I say some things that a lot of people are afraid to say because of the way they look, the way they won't look, how smart they'll sound, how dumb they'll sound, what other people might say, and other people don't give a shit. They don't care. And I learned that a long time ago in my upbringing. If they cared, they would have done something about it. They would have done something to help me. They would have done something to show me. They would have done something to help me make my life better. But that's not the case, I hope. So I'm going to read this poem. I wrote this poem over 30 years ago. I've been sober from all kinds of things in life, especially with life. I'm sober from life. I live a sober life. That doesn't mean without chemicals or anything like that, although I don't have any chemicals in my body, any drugs or alcohol or anything like that. But I live a sober life. I'm a peaceful being. I'm a peaceful doing. I'm a peaceful being doing. Aho. Aho. I'm sure there's somebody out there who will make that a mem because it's not theirs, because they're not creative enough to say something like that. But I am. Aho. Wit is a part of my world, and it's always been that way since I was a little kid. And it's what got me in trouble. One of the things. Anyways, I'm going to read this poem. It's called "This Is My Best Day Ever." And it was inspired by my my time in Alcoholics Anonymous, getting sober, being sober, acting sober, really working towards a goal of becoming a two-legged that stands on his own 2 feet, on his own 2 legs. Aho, aho, aho. With the support of the 4-leggeds, and I didn't even know that. Aho, not at the time. So again, I'm going to apologize for not having my teeth in. And oh, well, sometimes you forget. So I'm going to read this poem. This is my best day ever. I arose to a beautiful day without fear or apprehension about where I was going or what I was going to do. It was obvious there was much to do, and I couldn't do it from my bed with the covers pulled over my head. So off I went to meet the morning rush of faith, hope, and courage, followed up by a warm cup of coffee, friendly handshakes, and smiles. Sharing only the things I have finally learned and sometimes forget, only to learn again, to relearn. Aho. Giving only what has been given so freely by those who are God's messengers and my teachers. Thank you for my teachers, your will, and my best day ever. Aho. I wrote that over 30 years ago, And it still, see, I get emotional, and it still rings loudly in my heart, in my soul, in my ears, in every fiber of my being, in every cell of my body, in every corpuscle, in every breath, in every sound. This is my best day ever. I'm not lingering on yesterday or last week or the second Tuesday of 3 months ago, like a lot of people do, like a bone. But people lie on time like a bone. If I would have, if I could have, if I should have, who cares? It's too late. What are you doing now? What are you doing right here, right now? Because right now is the present. Right now is the gift, and it wants your presence. So be in the gift of your presence and be present. A whole wordplay. The guys and the ancient ones give me lots of wordplay, and you guys hear it all the time. I'm grateful for the words that the spirit world gives me, even when I didn't know enough to save myself. Because when I wrote this poem, I was speaking from my place of gratitude for the moment in time in that day over 30 years ago, probably 31. And it was inspired actually by a button a friend of mine gave me, who created my little business cards. She designed these business cards for me. And I hadn't seen her in, I don't know, 27, 28 years. And I ran into her for coffee one day. We were talking, and she's an artist, and she's somebody who I used to go out with a long time ago. And she designed that card for me, but she gave me a button that says, "This is my best day ever." And I was early in my sobriety. I don't even think I was a year sober yet, maybe less than that, 90 days. Who knows what it was? It doesn't matter anymore because I'm here now. I hope. So, you never know who's going to come into your life and how they're going to inspire you. So if I inspire you, I'm grateful because I inspire me, because there was nothing about me growing up when I was drunk, when I was drugged, when I was chasing women, when I was doing all those things that was inspirational. Nothing. I don't believe so. Unless you had 1 day sober and you were trying to draw a second day sober breath. Then I was inspirational, because then I had maybe 5 days or 30 days or 60 days. And to a person who hasn't been able to stop drinking or drugging for years or days or months, whatever it is, that's an amazing feat. But you can only do it 1 day at a time. So today is 1 day at this time, and this is my best day ever. My name is Walking Crow, and I am the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine. And if you've been suffering with the ism that you would like to make a wasm, reach out to me at area code 818-442-1717, 818-442-1717. You don't have to struggle by yourself. There's help out there if you really want help. You don't have to talk spiritual and do the same old thing that you do. You don't have to do that. You don't have to be like others. You can be like you. I don't follow trends. I don't do ceremonies because everybody's doing it because it's popular or it's profitable. I do what Walking Crow does. You can also reach me at walkingcrow@sacreddrummedicine.com, walkingcrow@sacreddrummedicine.com. Check out my website, sacreddrummedicine.com, sacreddrummedicine.com. I have to update my website because it's kind of old. And also, if you would like to hear my healing shamanic songs, go to Walking Crow, shamanic healing songs on YouTube. Anyways, Walking Crow. I'm the Transformational Sacred Drum Medicine, and the fuck stops here.